So what are then, if we move on to the next part of this process, what are some of the negative thought patterns that come up when we deal with some of these issues? We've touched on them already with the fears and so forth. So read through some of those that Carolyn Mace has supplied so beautifully for us.
Oh, yeah.
You want to start, Mischa?
The fear of not being able to provide the necessities of life for oneself and one's family.
Okay.
The feeling that the external world is a threatening place and that you are unable to stand up for yourself or protect yourself. So that could be lack of physical protection as well as human or legal rights.
Okay, and Anna?
The insecurity of feeling that no place is home, that you do not belong anywhere. The fear that comes from not being able to trust that you can materialize your goals. The feeling that you are totally on your own, unsupported by anyone, and completely alone in the world.
Okay. Remember the Wizard of Oz? There's no place like home. There's no place like home. That's a story of longing to return to one's home. And that, again, is a metaphor for either your physical home or your sense of self or beingness. So as you talked about those root issues, what are some of the negative thought patterns that were coming up for you, Mischa? You identified them pretty well.
Well, I mean, am I loved just as I am? I mean, I think that's the biggest one, really. By my mom specifically, I don't really, in my life, I really feel that in connection to my mom. I don't really.
Well, that's the old Oedipus and Electra stuff, you know? The daughter is closest to the dad, the son is closest to the mother. And so for you, the conflict was with mom. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? And that happened with me and my father. I can remember standing by the heat register in the living room one day and looking at my dad sitting in the big chair. And because he was a quiet man and did not express his feelings and go there with me, I literally, do you love me? Do you love me? That was my question. Am I loved? And in every relationship that I had with men, it was, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? So, yeah, this can affect your life in very drastic, potent ways. Yeah. So, am I loved? Do you love me? All right, good. And what about you, Anna? Anything come up there?
Well, I mean, these questions are, particularly the last one of feeling alone,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps stemming from the sense of disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard to read.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm maybe thinking about 100 things at once.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think that there's just one thing
Right.
going on. But, yeah, I mean, certainly that did stand out the most, the sense of being alone and being, kind of hopeless and lost. And, the sense of hopelessness being almost that of logic, like, you know, you have these flaws that are unacceptable, and of course your life is over.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like A is followed by B is followed by C. Like,
Yep.
you're
Yep.
done.
Yeah.
You know, you're 21 and you have these scars, and now you're going to have to live with these issues forever.
Yep.
The way that, I mean, I definitely am remembering my dad. Anytime he ever did something to hurt us, it was always like, well, my mom came to us, well, you know, when he grew up, his dad was like this, so it's actually, you know, a step up, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Justifying the abuse. Yeah. Rationalizing it.
But I just remember the complete terror of like, oh my God, like my dad is unhappy and he's okay with that, or he's settling for that, and I need to change him if I'm ever going to be happy, and he never changed. I could never do that. And now I've taken a step back from that, and I'm starting to focus on myself, and it's like, those thoughts are definitely coming up, like, oh my God, you know, you're going to be happy for the rest, you're going to be unhappy for the rest of your life.
Yep, I'm going to be alone. I'm not going to be able to...
Yeah, they were both very isolated.
Yes, yes, yes. And again, these are not comfortable things to deal with, but they're very, very real issues, and issues that you will have with your clients. And that if you have done your work, if you've gone and dug deep and uncovered more than just the obvious, then you'll be able to relate and have empathy for those people in your lives. Even if it's just friends and not clients, you'll be able to understand, walk in their shoes, know where they're coming from, and that they need to work through some of these things. All right, good job.